Today, I'm traveling to Calgary, Canada to meet the founders of Plunge Audio, Simon and Justin. My goal is to ask them for some audio tips for you guys and dig a little bit deeper into their own personal connection, story with music, how it impacted their lives, and just get to know the guys. Simon has been designing and making REMs for musicians for a decade now, and Justin is a Juno award-winning musician and producer. So who else better to ask for some guidance than these two veterans with decades of experience? I thought this would be a nice break from the usual sci-fi noise and constant consumerism and just calm everything down, bring us back to where it all started, the community, the music. Alright guys, I'm here with Plunge Audio. This is Justin. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Welcome to Plunge Audio. Welcome to our, it's a bit of a work in progress, but this is our new shop that we're just slowly establishing in the basement.
Let's go. We're gonna go to the lounge first.
You know, if there's ever any time to kill, this is a nice place to just sit down and fire up a game of Pac-Man.
Oh, that's a TV. Wow, that is dope.
So there's an arcade in town that is actually full of his games as well. And so when we were starting to put this place together, he offered to bring a couple machines down. We try not to take ourselves too seriously and enjoy what we do, because this whole thing was born out of passion and love for music, and so we just want to have fun. It's a good place to get a few emails out and have some conversations if need be. And then this is where the magic happens. We've got Simon's station here. This is where he spends most of the day just R&Ding. Testing different products and designing and getting things into his ears.
You guys work on the tuning together?
Yeah, so he'll kind of have the initial ideas, put something together and listens to it first. And then if he feels like we're on to something, then he'll call me in and I'll get them in my ears. And then we start talking about whether, this is something to start leaning into. Yeah. And if so, then he just starts to go down that rabbit hole.
Is this your 3D printer, or what's this machine over here?
So yeah, it's a 5-axis CNC. So this is a huge part of our prototyping. Because of the manufacturing of the shells is typically on a much larger scale, when Simon does have an idea, wants to put something to the test, we'll actually just create a prototype out of a block of wood.
Yeah.
So he'll just carve something out of a block of wood and then put the components in and build it out.
Oh, I see.
That way. And that way at least we have something that we can throw into our ears and try it out.
That is Simon over here. Hey.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Nice to meet you. Welcome.
A lot of people have been wondering what's in very overrated audiophile advice, or like a myth in audio.
Either one of us can present that one.
I think we both probably have the same answer.
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah.
It's that the graph tells the whole story. We might have different opinions on how much of the story it tells. To me, it's, maybe 10%. There's certain information that a graph can give us in the R&D phase to help inform decisions for starting points, and maybe how to put some components together, whatever. But at the end of the day, when it goes in your ears, you can throw that graph right out, because how we perceive what's actually happening and the tactile nature of the frequencies and what, how those transients are hitting and how quick they're moving and all these myriad other things are actually going to influence what we're actually hearing. And it could, the actual experience could vary so widely from what you're seeing on the graph. And so to inform a buying decision, for instance, on what you see on a graph, I think that that's a pretty huge myth.
A graph is content, and the subjective experience is context. So I can look at content and it's a linear perspective. So all I'm looking at is how much of one frequency is present at a given moment. To say that this content from a linear, two-dimensional space, this is going to create an exceptional subjective experience for you, is completely off the mark. It's beyond a myth. It's just not a reality. We're on the business in this way that people can try it, because we want them to be able to subjectively have the experience of them. Yeah. And if they don't have the experience that we have, that's fine. Send them back and we refund. We want to give people an opportunity for the subjective experience.
The more pretense I can remove from the listening experience, the better.
Hmm.
And I think that's something that I recommend for anybody to try when they're listening to anything. It's just like go in, clean slate, go in open, and ready to just accept it for what it is and see what happens.
So what do you think about, I guess, obviously people want to try to find an objective measurement for music.
If you think you've found an objective conclusion as to what sounds good, you're wrong. If you think you've come to the conclusion that this is what makes music sound, you'll be wrong. You'll be wrong.
The only objective thing is that it can never be objective, basically. Yeah.
I was even going to say, well, you know, but it's right for you. But even that, no. I mean, right for you maybe in that exact moment and snapshot in time, but that's one circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
And something could happen the next day that completely changes the way you ingest and internalize and comprehend music.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a very famous story about an artist who's super famous, world-renowned musician, and she was trying to get a record deal way back in the early days. This is back in the 90s, and she gave her demo tape to a very important music executive, and he put it in his car after this industry party that they were at together. He put it in his car, listened to a couple songs, and went, "This is boring. I don't get it." And later, I think it was maybe even later that week, he had a big falling out with his partner, and they were engaged to be married, and she broke off the engagement, and he was heartbroken.
Mm-hmm.
And the next time he got in his car, he started it up, and he pressed play on this album, and all of a sudden, it made sense.
Yeah.
It was boring 3 days earlier. It hit him like a ton of bricks 3 days later. It cut him to the core and destroyed him. And he called the artist, signed her to a record deal the next day. So, like, was he right the first time or was he right the second time? So that's the whole thing. It was like, you're wrong. And it's not that sounds derogatory, but it's like you're only wrong because you can't be right.
It's not that you're wrong, it's that you're not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, letting go of wanting to be right is a huge...
Yeah.
I mean, I've gone through it in the last few months. Like, it's embarrassing.
Oh, yeah.
You hold on to being right,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then you see it, and you let go of it. Going, I've just let go of the attachment to being right. All of a sudden, you're liberating yourself.
What does music mean to you guys?
Music means so many things that are all like deep and meaningful in my life. I mean, to me it means community, because that's where so many of my closest friends are. And really that actually transcends that. It means family. It means sustenance, because it's been my work forever. It is the source of life in a lot of ways. It's such a beautiful conveyance of meaning and art, and there's so many layers to it. To me, that it's like I can't even really put it into words what music means to me, because it's hard for me to remove myself from just like the musician, Justin the musician. Mm-hmm. It's just like it's
part of you, basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So to kind of look at that from the outside looking in and describe it, is actually a little bit challenging.
Yeah, it's kind of like describing yourself almost.
Yeah, and I identify as more than a musician, for sure.
Right.
And it's not the most important thing in my life, but I also, it's tied to the most important things in my life in so many ways. It's led to the most important things in my life. So it's just it's such a holistic integration that you could, in a lot of ways, say it's everything. I know it's such a cliche thing to say, like, oh, music is everything. I actually think it
literally
in a
is,
way, it kind of actually is.
Music is a connection to, we can call it anything. We can call it source, God. Mm-hmm. divinity, universal, whatever we want to call that. Music is a connection to that. Music is a way to connect ourselves to that. Don't look at music as, well, music brings me this, oh, no. I don't get something from music. Music gets some.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, in that connection, we find our community, we feel a sense of identity through family, all those things. But I don't think that music is like this external thing that we grasp to make us feel better.
Connected.
It's like music grasps us, and if I can swear, motherfucker doesn't let us go.
No, it doesn't.
You know what I mean? It just doesn't let you go. Try as I might to have quit music numerous times. It won't let me go. It won't let me go, because music knows this is our connection. You let go of this connection, you're here, and you lose connection with everything around you, with your family and your friends and all that stuff. That music is like, here. No, does that make sense?
Yeah, it connects people, just like how it brought us together, right?
Yeah.
In a way.
So it is everything.
It is.
But it's not everything because we've created it as everything. It's everything already.
Came before us, existed
In a sense,
outside of humanity in a way.
Yeah. It really goes back to the graph. We're in a linear realm. That's a non-linear realm. The non-linear is going, I can't describe it.
Yeah.
But
it's there.
And that's why it's so hard to describe. So we can describe it sort of in terms of a graph. Brings me close to my friends, brings me close. Like it's sort of a linear articulation of it, but in the same time in our head we're like, I can't describe
How to articulate,
it.
yeah.
It's non-articulate because it's non-linear, it's a subjective experience.
I see.
Of what it is.
What parts of the musical aspect, I guess, like imaging, separation, detail, would you guys prioritize, or do you think is the most important?
Every time I design something that I want 100% of everything.
Yeah, for sure.
It's always
everyone.
And then where does it land?
Yeah.
Oh, this crazy design from the last couple of days, the separation and clarity and openness is like astounding.
Yeah. But
I don't know that it works
right
in every situation.
Right. That's why you gotta test a lot of stuff with it.
Right? Of course, I love big, wide open sound.
Everyone,
I'm always looking for something
grand,
really expansive with no loss of separation and clarity.
Purely from the perspective of Justin, the bass player on stage, which that is a cap that I wear when I'm listening to anything that we create. I put myself in that scenario. The out-of-the-box sound is such an interesting thing because, of course, we want somebody to take the product out of the box, plug it into their source, and be wowed by what they're hearing. But as a musician, that's, again, speaking about like parts of the story, that's another small part of the story, because at some point I'm going to be taking these things on stage. And the source is going to be so different from a mastered audio file.
Yeah.
And now I'm plugging into a wireless pack that's going to a monitor console that has a monitor engineer who's going to be applying all sorts of EQ and effects to it, and the effects of the room and the space and the open mics on stage and the types of instruments that people are playing, and even how hard the drummer's hitting, and all these things, how big the crowd is and how much noise they're making. All these things are playing into my experience. And so the out-of-the-box sound, in a sense, becomes irrelevant because we need to carve up what's happening to the EQ and to the effects and everything to suit this situation. But what I've found is no matter what the out-of-the-box sound is, no matter what the graph looks like, there's going to have to be adaptations made in a live music setting. But there is one thing that there's no fader for it on the monitor console. There's no button you can push to create this experience. And that is the size of the soundstage and the wideness of the space that your ears are creating. And that is, for me personally on stage, I would, if I could pick something to go at the top, it's probably that.
So for those just starting out, what would you recommend them prioritizing in terms of like their setup?
I design shit and go to my phone. I know that if I can make them sound great just plugging into my phone, then I know when you add a $5,000 piece of equipment, that they're going to respond.
Even if I was, well versed in all the equipment and what you could get for under $1,000, I'm not sure I'd be so bold as to recommend something. And the reason is because this unit is going to sound this way and this unit is going to sound this way. Well, neither's better. I might like this and you might like that. Or this style of music might work better on this and this style of music works better on that. Yeah. There's no right answer anyways. And so to me, it's whatever you connect most with.
This is the last day on Earth. A meteor is coming down to the sky. You're about to die. You got a few minutes left. What song would you pick to play as your last song?
I would pick The Big Ship by Brian Eno.
Brian Eno. I don't know. Never heard of it, but I'm assuming it's great since it's the last song you're going to pick.
Is it? The thing about it is it's weird.
Okay.
It's just instrumental. It's got these cheesy 80s synth sounds and it's kind of a wacky tune. But there's something about that song and I don't know what it is. But if I was, let's say, out in nature taking a hike and I put on The Big Ship.
The Big Ship.
Like the greens in the trees seem greener and the sky seems bluer and the world comes alive with that song. If I'm going to enjoy that last day, that's the song for me.
I would go with Daniel Lanois, The Maker.
The Maker.
The song's all about essentially meeting God.
Yeah. Great fit.
Yeah, it's probably what I would listen to. If I was on a desert island, maybe I would choose something else, but if there's a meteor coming, I'd probably
pray to God.
I'm cool with that.
But yeah, that aside, thank you to Justin and Simon once again. It is snowing like crazy again. We got like 6 inches of snow today. Originally, the plan was to go to Vancouver and then hit up some more spots. But as you can tell by the roads, it's not drivable weather right now. So probably find some other, audio restaurants and stuff in Edmonton, which where I am right now. But yeah, let me know if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff. And I'll see you guys soon.
Shout out to Dom Q, Rox Cat, B Urac, Disco Scaldus, Walker Standard, Patrick, User, Contain Guava Juice Gains, Mr. Gorillas, Paulie J, Gis Sang Young, Christopher Jackson, Henry Claudia, Son of a Horse, 777ZK, PM The Wizard, Obi, Triple Extended, Matt Herc, TR8107, Shrimp Backlay, FKSRG, Cousin Fat Fat, Julius Phillip, Dead Riddle, Gatoy, Nico Gabriel, Addy, Michael, Trackstar, Raphael, I'm J-Rack, Ryan, Ori, Edwin, Torcog, Affinidim, Rash, Chimika, Javier, Gilbog, Ocean, AK131, BC Knight, MN Gelato, Watjo, Vitor, Unbalanced, Tuna, Robert, Polar, Drave Gaming, JRX, Samuel, John Simon, Kaminari, Archie, The Surgeon, Evan, The Audio Freak, Forrest, Ninja Watcher, Brandon Fish, Sir Ison, JJ, Skiller, Alexa, Ali Music, JPLA, Blue Nerd, and ATGBB. Thank you guys so much for the support.